put your hands together and welcome to the stage my tour partner, the very funny Eli Helper.
All right, we can cut the music thing. All right, hey. What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming out. Hello. Hell yeah, let's get into it, man. I miss the mask mandate. I want him to bring it back. Because I fucking love shoplifting. The best things in life are free. People are like, you even live, bro? Yeah, I shoplift. You can't control the economy, but you can control how many items you fake scan at the Walmart self-checkout. I love America. I love how Walmart's last line of defense against theft is an elderly woman. Like, oh, you want some free shit? You're gonna have to get past Gladys. I see some alcoholics in the room tonight. Hell yeah. I used to be one. Now I'm just a drug addict. I had to stop drinking for health reasons. It would make me shit myself. I'm not proud to admit it, but, you know, yeah. So when people are like, why'd you stop drinking? Did you have a problem? Yeah, but not that kind of problem. What kind of problem? Depends, you know. So, when I was a kid, we took DARE class. Did you guys have that? So DARE class is where they teach you how to not do drugs by making them sound super interesting. And I went home and I was like, Mom, why are we in a class where they tell us not to do drugs? Drugs are illegal. I know not to break the law. Are they secretly awesome? And she was like, well, Eli, they make you happy for an hour and then you feel like shit for days after. And I was like, wow, I can be happy for an hour? Sign me up. So I started researching drugs, and I'm in 4th grade at this point in time. And I realized I was gonna do 2 drugs. 1, marijuana, because it's natural and it's safe. And 2, PCP, because you can flip cars on it. I still haven't gotten around to PCP. But I've done a few of the others, and I'm here to tell you about it. I was informed before the show that the entire police force is here tonight. And I would like to remind you, these are all jokes. And anything that had happened was past the statute of limitations. And I'm going to tell the stories, because I'm not a fucking pussy, but I'm giving a brief disclaimer. So anyways, I was murdering this hooker last week. No, actually, I just remembered this. I just remembered the other day, the first drug I ever tried was heroin. I know. I didn't get addicted because I'm fucking awesome. And I must have been 14, and my friend said he got opium, and I was like, opium. I Googled that. That's a natural one. We can do that. And then we smoked a little bit of it, and I got a little high, and then nothing. I didn't get too high, but I realized it was heroin after that. And I remember hearing that heroin makes your dick not work. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta make sure this thing works. So somewhere out in the multiverse, there's just a scene replaying of me as a 13-year-old boy on heroin in a park just jerking off. So yeah, never became a heroin addict. But drugs, people forget the best drug. And that's the performance-enhancing drugs. It's literally in the name, performance-enhancing. Trans people got one thing fucking right, okay? Injecting testosterone is awesome. My friend was surprised to find out I had done steroids. And I was like, dude, I've literally done cocaine with you. You think I'm gonna draw the line at peak male performance? Gonna not do the one drug that makes you stronger and better looking? Give me a fucking break. It's like, you can walk through walls on testosterone. It's like microdosing being the Kool-Aid man. It's like, oh yeah. I call my wife a wall. Joking, not married. She's in the trunk. Next to the hook. Do you guys know what DMT is?
Hell yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I know exactly who said that too. yeah, we all know. Not the cops though. You know what? Don't out yourself, guys. I'm more worried about you. So if you don't know what DMT is, it's like microdosing schizophrenia. It's the chemical that's in ayahuasca. And ayahuasca is like an ancient potion that you drink and then you see the afterlife. And it's a way that people try to heal themselves through trauma. And I was trying to heal myself of boredom. And it works for that too. But the thing about ayahuasca is you drink it and it's like a 6-hour-long process and you're throwing up and it's a whole thing. You go out in a jungle in Peru. And the way to prepare for this is you have to go 2 weeks with no sex, no meat, no cheese. I don't know. Basically what I'm trying to say is if you can do that for 2 weeks, you don't need to do ayahuasca. But DMT is a smokable version. It's in a vape pen. And you see God for 7 minutes. And then you come back down, and then there's just a homeless guy taking a shit in the street. I want to go back there. But I did DMT so many times that it stopped working. So I did some research, ended up in the Wookiee forums. And they're like, brother, you got locked out by the entities. Which means even in another dimension, they're like, dude, you're doing way too much. DMT's like being a psychedelic Karen. Because you're like, can I speak to the manager of the universe? How about ketamine? That's a fun one, huh? Ketamine's like microdosing Down syndrome. It's really fun if you're the one on it. But if you're the sober one and all your friends are in K-holes, you feel like a special ed teacher. A K-hole is when you do too much ketamine for the folks in the back. It's like the opposite of DMT. DMT, you see God, and K-hole, you're in hell. Ketamine's like being trapped in a Windows 95 screensaver. Ketamine's like being in a room full of Japanese businessmen, but they're all speaking Spanish. I started doing ketamine to cure my depression, and it worked, but then I got depressed because I was addicted to ketamine. It's literally horse tranquilizer, you guys. Yeah. Just say nay. Now, Molly is like microdosing homosexuality. The active ingredient is MDM gay. You know, because you start rolling and you're like, come here, bro, let me give you a massage. I feel like you guys don't know what I'm talking about. You should laugh. But it's called rolling when you're high on Molly, which is also what it's called when you do jujitsu, which is also gay. I mean, I started training jujitsu so I could beat my girlfriend without leaving marks. Nothing gay about that, fellas. Her face even resembles the belt system. Because she started out white and then she goes blue, purple, brown, black. And then I gotta break up with her because she's black. Guys, I'm joking. I would never beat a woman. I'm just worried I'd like it too much. I got a very addictive personality. No, there's no reason. You should never hit a woman. Just love bomb them for 6 months and then ghost them. Kill them with kindness. That's what that means. Cocaine is cool if you like having a small dick for the rest of the night. Cocaine's like microdosing being Asian. I'm actually an Asian supremacist. I think they're the master race. You never see any homeless Asians. They are small, so their bodies are more efficient. They can live off rice. Wagyu beef, the highest quality meat on the planet, because the animals are treated with so much love and respect. So by that logic, dogs must be fucking delicious. It just goes to show you, Asians are always right. You guys didn't like that one too much. Did you not want to think about dogs being eaten, or was it racist? I feel like you guys are cool with racism. You're like, don't, Asians are fine, don't shit on the dogs, though. That's what it is. I'm right there with you. Sometimes I think Asians are just cats in human disguise, you know? But out of all the drugs, and here's where I might lose you guys. Out of all the drugs, I had to quit smoking weed because it just made me too anti-Semitic. Because you guys ever get a little too high and then you start realizing shit? I'm smoking a blunt the other day and I'm like, hang on, if Germany won World War II, I wouldn't have been on hold at the bank all day. I gotta put this shit out. Remember when Kanye West was like, the Jews run the banks, and then the Jews were like, no we don't, and then they canceled his bank account? Or how about, you remember Sam Bankman-Fried, the Jewish guy that did the FTX scam?
Yeah.
Bankman-Fried, that's his name. That's like a Japanese guy being named Mathematician Bombed. Or how about when they were digging the tunnels in New York City, remember that? Pretty crazy that they did manual labor. They didn't. They got a dude named Manuel to do the labor. But yeah, I was just in Europe. I was on tour out there, and people kept asking me like, "Why do you Americans need so many guns?" And I'm like, "Well, what if I need to defend myself against a group of school children?" It's pretty crazy. We just have an entire country of school shooters controlling our government named Israel. I love that one. I feel like you guys don't have Instagram. It's been a rough week on Instagram, man. The Epstein files dropped. Holy shit. It is not pretty.
Holy shit.
But there was one funny thing. And this is true. Jeffrey Epstein, in 2013, was banned from Xbox Live for harassment. First of all, you gotta be pretty bad to get banned off Xbox Live. But also that means, even when this dude's playing Halo, he's like, fuck these kids. And, you know, everyone's like, Trump's all over the Epstein files. And it's like, yeah, but that's when he was a Democrat. He probably did fuck those little girls up. But at least he's not gay. Actually, no, there was an email that said he blew Bubba or whatever. So Trump might be gay. So now we got a real reason to hate him, you know? Why did you like that one? Did you not want him to be gay? Don't actually say anything. So Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, they got something in common that nobody talks about besides the obvious. Neither of them have ever drank alcohol or done drugs in their entire life. I've been a drug addict this whole time. I've never diddled one kid. So it would not be a stretch to assume that you could cure pedophilia by injecting heroin. You just gotta choose which little prick you want in you. That was less of a laugh and more of a groan, but I'll take it. I like that joke because the pedophile's at the bottom. You never think of that. You shouldn't think of that. I mean, we can move on. I'm pro-abortion. I'm gonna say it. I'm sure you guys don't agree with me, but you will in 30 seconds. Because I know what you're thinking, abortion is murder. And technically, abortion is microdosing murder. Like, yes, it's murder, but it's a tiny one. No, I get it. Abortion is killing an innocent baby. It is. But I know a lot of fully grown adults that should have been killed when they were innocent babies. No matter where you stand on the political spectrum, we can all agree on one thing. The problem is shitty people. So why do we keep making them? The real problem in this country is parents. You guys are just smuggling in these immigrants from another dimension. They don't even speak fucking English. They can't walk. They're sucking on my wife's tits. So basically, Planned Parenthood is the ICE for fetuses. They're just deporting them back to the spirit realm. Which is why I don't know where to go with this. I have a really, I don't know if I should do it. This is really dark. This is fucking, okay. Alright, so abortion is legal abortion is illegal in Texas. But concealed carry isn't. So you can just take care of that yourself. If you want a legal abortion, you gotta go out of town. I had to take my girl down to Mexico for an abortication. And she matched with a doctor on an app for that called Blender. It was just a dude in a lab coat holding a fetus like a largemouth bass. And then they scooped that little bastard out. Rest in peace, Timothy. And then she wanted to have sex with me right after the procedure. And fellas, I'm a man, so I did that shit. And it was the best sex of my life. I got stem cells everywhere. My dick came out looking 20 years younger. But I'm 33, minus 20, 13-year-old penis. Now she's a pedophile. All right, we got through it. I didn't think you guys were going to handle it so well. Yeah, maybe I should do more disclaimers, huh? That's the only reason I'm not getting tackled by 10 policemen right now. Islam's cool if you hate buildings. No, that was the Jews too. So I wanted to invoke Sharia law in the household with my girlfriend because I'm a big fan of the no talking thing. So I got her a burqa from Turban Outfitters. You have not lived until you got a hijab hand job. You know, when you're a kid, you hear like Arab countries are so bad because it's illegal to be gay and women can't vote. And then you grow up and you realize those are actually selling points. Women, I give you a little bit of shit now and then. Look, women are annoying. But men are murderers. So, women are better than men. I need you to know that I know that. Women are better than men even in the worst case scenario. Like male pedophiles create trauma. But female pedophiles create legends. Every guy's in here been like, seen that hot teacher get arrested, been like, where was she when I was in high school? Unless it's like an ugly teacher, then you're like, arrest the student. I don't think Christianity's the right religion either, though. And that's because it's the majority religion of homeless people. Have you guys realized that? They're always out there with a sign with a cross and a puke coming out of their mouth, the head spinning around looking like The Exorcist. The sign says, God bless you. And it's like, I feel like this sign only goes one way. I feel like God has blessed me very much. You, sir, I don't think he likes you very much. Maybe you should try a different religion. Something more fit for a terrible person. Maybe try Judaism. I get it. You guys probably hate Muslims more than Jews, and it's because you haven't seen the truth yet. They're behind it all. They did 9/11, if I didn't mention that. I can't post this on YouTube now. More like JewTube. Come on. You know why they wear the small hats? The big ones are too expensive. It is kind of fucked up they invented circumcision, though, right? Like, that's your first day on Earth as a boy, as a man, a boy. What the hell? Your first day on Earth as a human, as a male. Take the tip of his penis. What the fuck? What kind of religion is that? God said, let me talk to him. So that's why I started doing DMT. I'm not a drug addict, I'm just religious, okay? But yeah, I used to be an alcoholic. I was such an alcoholic, even my car had salt on the rims. I was such an alcoholic, I would take a sip before I cheers. I didn't want to lose a drop, you know? I went to a doctor once, because my hands were shaking. This is something that happens. If you guys are real alcoholics, you know. It was like a top-level neurologist. He had a Harvard plaque. He had a Yale plaque. And he looked at me and he said, what you have is called essential tremors. Because essentially, we don't know what causes them. I was like, that's the best Harvard Medical School can do? Your diagnosis is, I don't fucking know. And nobody does, actually. That'll be $500. It turns out he was, I didn't realize this for years later, but I was like, yeah, I was just an alcoholic at the time. And then he was like, if you don't stop drinking, you're gonna die. And I was like, oh, I'm not an alcoholic, I'm suicidal. Because I'm not stopping. But you know, you have enough asshole problems, it'll change your perspective on things. Like I told you, it fucked my stomach up. Not only would it make me shit myself, it would hurt. This is getting too graphic, but this is a true story. I had to get surgery on my asshole. Because, and the doctor said, word for word, it's too tight. Because I'm so straight. He really did say the first part, though. So I was shitting blood for years, right? We've all been there. And every time I don't remember eating all this blood. But I was like, I'm gonna wait until it's an emergency, because I know if I go to the doctor about this, he's gonna put a finger up my ass. I'm saving that for my 30s. I was like 25 at the time. And then one time I went to the bathroom and it was so bad that I turned to Christ. And I'm not homeless, don't worry. And I was like, that's it, that's the emergency, that's the sign. I gotta go to the doctor, there's no other way around this. So I'm driving there, I'm prepping, I'm like, we gotta get her finger up the ass, it has to happen. I get to the doctor's office, I'm like, let's fucking do this. I take my pants off. They're like, sir, this is the lobby. You gotta fill out this paperwork first. I'm like, right. So I fill out the paperwork, takes me to the back office, bends me over on this thing where, I'm 6'3", I'm not used to being laying over it around people. And I'm also scared of heights, so every time I stand up, I'm like, whoa. Bad combination. So he has me bent over this thing where my ass is the highest part of my body. Not comfortable. And then he's like, all right, I'm gonna go figure out what's going on there. He puts his finger in, and I go, ow, because obviously, that's why I'm there. He pulls it out, he's like, well, I'm not gonna be able to help you if you're gonna moan like a little bitch. Oh my God, you literally got me bent over a barrel here, guy. Just fucking ignore my noises and just do your job. And he's like, all right. And that's when he told me. Medically tight asshole. We gotta make a small incision, it'll be nothing. And I'm like, cool, great. And then he put me out. I wake up. I think everything went well. His finger's still up there, though. And I turn around and ask him why his finger's up there. And he had both his hands in the air. I was like, that's the last time I get a doctor on Craigslist. The last part's made up, obviously, but even if he did fuck me in the ass while I was asleep, it's still worth it, because I've been fine ever since. It is a little crooked now, though. Like if I got the runs, it'll just get like the left side of the bowl. It's weird. But yeah, my asshole's great. Don't talk to me about this after the show. I'm serious. Sometimes people want to tell me their pants shitting stories. I'm like, I didn't even want to tell you that. I'm just the paintbrush for God to tell you about my asshole. I don't know. I've done too many drugs, folks. I've done so much LSD, I have resting pyramid face. I've done so many psychedelics and researched so many conspiracies that I MK Ultra'd myself. I'm old enough to remember when the weather was just small talk and not a conspiracy. It used to be like, oh, nice weather we're having. Now it's like, who's controlling the weather? Well, we know who. The Muslims, actually. They made it rain in Dubai. Muslims control the weather. That's a fact. That's funny. But it is the Jews. I don't mislead you. I feel like I've had a pretty good pace here. I don't want to fuck it up now. Racism. Cool. Thanks. I realized something crazy. You're never going to be able to forget this. Black people actually love the sound of smoke detectors. Because they sound like sneakers on a basketball court. It's not that they can't hear it, they just feel like they're at the playoffs. It's inspiring to them. You guys thought they couldn't hear it, you're the racists. Do they call it a black eye because of the color of the eye or the color of the person giving it? Back to the Epstein files. So I know what you're thinking. Did they say the N-word? No, turns out. Because I thought it would be really interesting if the same people pushing the woke ideology were also, if the same people that were molesting kids were also pushing the woke ideology. My theory was correct. And because as soon as the DOJ website came up, you can just search whatever. And I searched the N-word because I wanted to see if they were racist. And I couldn't find any emails. And then I realized they can't be racist because black kids would be the easiest to abduct. You could just be like, hey, I'm your real dad. I know you guys live out in the country, but in the cities we have this thing called black people. and they don't have dads sometimes. Why do black people take so long to cross the street? Don't they know the chicken's on the other side? That was dumb. You know, black people actually like the previous jokes, but that one, they hated. They love the smoke alarm one. So you guys don't feel bad if you liked it. I don't like the sound of household electronics in general. The dryer, it makes like when it's done. You don't need to do that. There's no emergency to get the clothes out of the dryer. You leave them in too long, maybe a little wrinkle, throw an ice cube in there, another few minutes, you're good to go. Meanwhile, the washing machine, when that's done, that just goes doo-doo-doo. But like, that's the emergency. Because if you leave your clothes in the washer, it smells like mildew, you gotta restart the whole cycle. So I think the washing machine should be the loud one, and the dryer needs to shut the fuck up. Actually, the washing machine needs to shut the fuck up too. You hear that, bitch? That's my hypothetical girlfriend. Yeah, I'm single now. I wanted to focus on ruining my life with comedy, so I didn't want to take her down with me. But I started seeing this girl a while back from the bushes with binoculars. And I really thought she was the one that I was gonna murder. She had the heart of a lion and the pussy of a snail, just small and wet. And the first time we had sex, she was like, I gotta let you know, I'm a squirter. And I was like, me too. And then I came almost immediately. And I was like, this happens every time. Try that if that happens to you. Every time. But so, okay, one time I'm performing cunnilingus on her, you know, licking the old clam box. And fellas, you know the alphabet trick where you use your tongue to like spell out the letters? I want to take it a step further. So I start writing the N-word. And then she starts moaning louder. I was like, you racist bitch! We had a few threesomes, which is cool, because there's a witness. Well, they're both dead now. I honestly just spaced out. I'm just sprinkling murder jokes, and you guys are loving it. So, let's see. We did abortion. Who did we not offend yet? Fuck Italians. I got a new racial slur for them. Spaggot. It's like spaghetti, faggot. It's a good one, right? We can do more on trans people, you're right, sir. Being a trans person is like putting a spoiler on your Tesla. You may think it makes you look cooler, but you're still a fucking faggot. And like I told you, my asshole is so tight because I'm so straight. Here's another story of hell. I'm the straightest guy in the room. Prius counts too, yeah. That was originally what I said, and then I was like, Tesla, people hate that more. It drives itself? Fuck you! You don't get a DUI? I hate you. I have a Tesla. And I am blacked out in that thing. You can't arrest me over in Texas. But here's how I know I'm the straightest guy in the room. Because I tried it and I didn't like it. I accidentally banged a dude. It was an accident. I was in Thailand. That's their slogan, Thailand, accidents happen. Because here's the thing about Thailand. The hottest girls are guys. And this bitch was ugly as fuck. So I'm like, she's definitely a woman. Turns out, I just banged an ugly dude. You know what they say? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm gay. You guys are worried about AI taking over. I'm worried about AP, that artificial pussy. My nose is running. I'm sorry you had to see that. And it's not from drugs. I have allergies. I'm allergic to bullshit! I'm allergic to an amazing, beautiful crowd. Did some of you boo? Fuck us! I kind of feel like that when I'm in a relationship sometimes. Like, fuck me, dude. Like, that's why I broke up with my ex-girlfriend. Because I was like, you ever dating a chick, man, and she's like, I love you, you're so amazing. And you're like, what? You stupid bitch. And then you break up with her, and she's like, fuck you, I hate you, you're a piece of shit. And you're like, yeah, now you get it. Let's get back together. And then she loves you again, and then, dude, this is a small town, I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I live in Austin, which, I'm not gay, I told you. But it's big enough to where you don't have to see the same people all the time. That's nice. I can't imagine what it's like to be you guys. You can't shoplift in this town. You gotta go a couple towns over. Does anyone own like a general store out here, or a brick and mortar shop? Anyone? No. Okay. Does anyone work in the oil fields? You guys are scared. Good. I got you right where I want you. Do we have any policing? Okay. I thought of something really fucked up. You want to hear? It's not incest if you lose custody. That's wrong. I'm about at my time here, folks, and I'm trying to figure out how to end this good. But I've already given you all the bangers. Let me check my notes like a real unprofessional piece of shit. I'm 37 minutes without doing it. Give me a break. This is just a bunch of swastika drawings. I'm looking for the dick drawings. Alright. I'm going to tell you the story about the first time I went to San Francisco. Went to San Francisco, got absolutely hammered with this nice lady. We're going in the train station, the subway area, and this crackhead comes up to me. And he says, hey man, you got $1 or a cigarette? And I was like, no. And then he was like, I know you got something. And as he said something, spit flew out of his mouth and into my eye. And this is when I first started doing steroids. So I'm like, get the fuck away from me, dude. I push him. I don't know if you ever fought a crackhead before, but they got hollow bones. This guy went flying down into the train tracks. And my first thought is, haha, you're gonna die. And then my second thought is, oh, I would be a murderer. So I go up to him and I'm like, hey, give me your hand, dude. You're gonna die. And did you guys ever play The Sims as a kid? When you lock them in the room and they're just like, bibbidi bobbidi boobidi bobbidi. That was this guy. Completely incoherent. So I jump down, grab him by the waist, throw him up, and then I climb back out. And everyone in the train station only saw the last half of what happened. So I was a fucking hero. Alright, that wasn't that strong of an ending. Okay, I got one. This was really fucked up. I realized the other day, you could make anyone sound like a complete asshole if you just say their age, their gender, and what they're doing at that exact moment. So the other day I'm smoking a vape. This guy comes up to me, he's like, you're a 33-year-old man smoking a vape. And I'm like, I just crumbled. I'm like, fuck. Well, you're a 16-year-old boy sucking my dick. Pathetic. All right, thank you guys so much. I'm Eli Halpern.